Have you ever wondered how an interstellar war might look like? Imagine a battlefield not bound by land, sea, or air, but spanning the infinite expanse of the cosmos. It's a concept that's been explored in countless science fiction stories, from the epic space operas of Star Wars to the cerebral voyages of Star Trek. In these fictional worlds, starships clash in the deep void, exchanging volleys of plasma and laser fire across astronomical distances. But let's ground this in reality. Consider the sheer size of the universe, the mind-boggling distances between stars. If we were to wage war across light years, traditional strategies would crumble under the weight of space and time. Battles would not be won in moments, but perhaps over centuries. The vastness of space would dictate the rules of engagement, reshaping war as we know it. Now let's delve into the science of interstellar travel. If you think about it, the speed of light is the ultimate speed limit. But why is this so? Well, it's all down to Einstein's theory of relativity. You see, as an object's speed approaches the speed of light, its mass effectively becomes infinite, requiring infinite energy to reach or exceed the speed of light. It's like trying to push a boulder up a hill that's getting steeper and steeper the closer you get to the top. This is where interstellar travel becomes a real head-scratcher. The nearest star to us, Proxima Centauri, is over 4 light years away. Even at the speed of light, a journey there would take more than 4 years. At the speeds we currently achieve with our most advanced spacecrafts, it would take tens of thousands of years. Imagine packing for that trip. So how do we get around this? Well, science fiction has given us a couple of ideas: wormholes and warp drives. A wormhole is a sort of shortcut through the fabric of space-time, a bit like a tunnel that lets you bypass the long road trip. Warp drives, on the other hand, are a bit more complex. They involve warping or bending space-time itself to effectively bring your destination closer to you. Now, it's important to note that these are just theoretical concepts. We don't have any practical way to create a wormhole. And warp drives? Well, they currently exist only in the realms of sci-fi and advanced theoretical physics. But who knows? Maybe one day we'll crack the code. However, this brings us to a rather thorny question. If we can't zip across the galaxy instantly, if we can't bring the fight to our enemies in a reasonable time frame, how would we fight a war over such vast distances? It's a question that could redefine the very nature of warfare, and one we'll explore in the next scene. So, if we can't zip across the galaxy instantly, how would we fight a war over such vast distances? In interstellar warfare, the weapons need to be as mind-boggling as the distances involved. Now, let's delve into the potential arsenal of an interstellar war. First off, we have relativistic projectiles. Imagine hurling an object at a significant fraction of the speed of light. Even a small object would carry an immense amount of kinetic energy, thanks to our friend Einstein's equation, yacht mc(E)2. At such speeds, even a small asteroid could devastate a planet. The sheer force of impact would trigger an explosion equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs. The resulting shockwave could potentially wipe out civilizations and alter the planet's climate for thousands of years. Next, we have directed energy weapons, a concept that's been a staple of science fiction for years. We're talking about lasers and particle beams capable of delivering immense amounts of energy over vast distances. While we currently use lasers for communication and data transmission, in the context of interstellar warfare, they could be used to heat up the surface of a planet or a spaceship to destructive temperatures. Particle beams, on the other hand, could disrupt electronic systems and wreak havoc on a planet's infrastructure. Finally, there's the concept of self-replicating robots, or von Neumann machines. These are theoretical machines capable of self-replication using raw materials found in their environment. Imagine sending a small number of these machines to an enemy's planet. They could use the planet's resources to replicate, eventually overrunning the planet with an army of machines. The destructive potential of such a weapon is limited only by the available resources and the programming of the machines. These are just a few examples of the devastating power of potential interstellar weapons. The immense energies involved in interstellar travel could be harnessed to create weapons of destruction far beyond anything we can currently comprehend. With weapons like these, defense becomes a critical issue. In a universe where offense has such devastating potential, what would defense look like? In this vast expanse of cosmic infinity where conflicts might span across light years, the art of defense would be as complex and vital as the art of offense. So let's dive into some theoretical possibilities, bearing in mind that these are products of our imagination and current understanding of physics. Firstly, we might consider stealth technology. In the black emptiness of space, hiding might not be as far-fetched as it sounds. Advanced civilizations could potentially develop technology that makes their spaceships or even entire planets invisible to the naked eye and undetectable to radar. They could harness the power of light and other electromagnetic waves, bending them around objects to render them unseen. Imagine a spaceship hidden in plain sight, ready to strike or evade at a moment's notice. Secondly, we could consider asteroid bases. Asteroids, plentiful and scattered throughout the cosmos, could serve as perfect hideouts and strategic points. They could be hollowed out and built into bases or fortresses, providing both cover and a source of raw materials. Furthermore, their unpredictable and erratic paths could add an additional layer of protection, making them difficult targets to hit. Lastly, let's discuss planet-sized shields. In a war that could potentially involve planet-destroying weapons, having a shield large enough to protect an entire planet might be a necessity. These shields, possibly powered by the energy of the planet's core or a nearby star, could deflect or absorb incoming attacks. They might even be designed to use the energy of incoming attacks against the attackers, turning a potential disaster into an advantageous counterstrike. However, these are merely speculations based on our current understanding and imagination. The real interstellar defense strategies, if they exist, might be beyond our wildest dreams. Now that we have an idea of what an interstellar war might look like, how might it end? In a war of such epic proportions, how would peace ever be achieved? It's a question that tickles the imagination and haunts our dreams. The end game of an interstellar war isn't simple. It's not just two sides waving white flags across the vast cosmos. It's a complex dance of strategy, survival, and yes, even diplomacy played out on a stage larger than any we've ever known. One potential outcome, though grim, is mutual destruction. The scale of the weaponry we've discussed could easily obliterate planets, solar systems, even entire galaxies. If both sides possess such devastating power, the result could be a cosmic stalemate, a balance of terror where neither side can risk the first strike. But let's consider a more hopeful scenario. Perhaps one civilization emerges victorious, not through brute force, but through superior strategy or technology. They could choose to establish a galactic empire, a unifying force that brings order and stability to the cosmos. This empire might rule with an iron fist, or it could foster a federation of planets promoting cooperation and mutual respect among different species. Of course, the most desirable outcome would be peace, achieved not by the sword, but by the pen. Imagine negotiations conducted across light years where diplomats must craft messages that will still be relevant years or decades later when they're received. It's a daunting task, but one that could prevent the unimaginable destruction of interstellar warfare. In this scenario, patience and understanding would be as valuable as any weapon. Civilizations would need to find common ground, to recognize the shared values that transcend species and planets. They would need to ask, what kind of universe do we want to live in? And then work together to create it. So, an interstellar war would be a titanic struggle, fought over incomprehensible distances with unimaginable weapons. Let's hope it remains firmly in the realm of science fiction. We've taken a mind-blowing journey today, haven't we? We've ventured into the vastness of interstellar space, exploring the concept of warfare light years away from our home planet. We've delved into the science of interstellar travel, the challenges it presents, and the advancements that could make it a reality. We've touched on the potential weapons that such a war could deploy, from planet-destroying devices to black hole generators, and we've pondered on the defense strategies a civilization might employ in the face of such unimaginable threats. We've also contemplated the possible outcomes of an interstellar war, the endgame scenarios that could reshape galaxies. This journey has been as thrilling as it is terrifying, a testament to both our fascination with the unknown and our innate fear of it. While the prospect of interstellar war is fascinating, let's remember that our best hope for the future is peace, both here on Earth and across the cosmos.